You like to keep me up late.
That's what she said. Well, we need something on the lighter note. You said everything was depressing.
Everything is so goddamn depressing. Everything is so depressing, man.
Won't catch me slipping if I'm actually thinking you're acting different. Manic, spitting sounds of manic depressing.
Let's go. My ballot is on the way. Hey, let's go, man. All right.
For your voter, your mail-in ballot?
Yeah, my mail-in ballot.
I'm just going in.
No, I want to mail it in because I have my social anxiety. You know what I mean? I don't feel like going to the place. So I'm going to get the shit mailed. I'm not going to mail it in, though. I'm going to get it, fill it out, and I'm going to take it and drop it off because you can drop it off. Is that okay? Is that okay with you? I'm sorry. Is that against your sensitivities, your proclivities?
If I could go to the supermarket, I could go to freaking... you don't go
exactly. Thank you. Next question.
Next question. You're not American enough. I'll tell you that.
Oh, man.
Let a little virus scare you, huh?
Yeah, a little bit, you know.
Yeah, I'm just going. I'm masking up. Go do my vote and roll out.
No, I'm gonna just drop off my joint. Skip the line. I go fat.
I hope they make you go inside to drop it off. I hope the box is the deepest.
What is your problem? I'm getting the vote in. Am I not? Like, what is your fucking deal? You are American, because look at you. You can't even see your own anger here. It's bothering you that I'm mailing in my ballot. You know, are you afraid I'm leaving it up to chance? Is that it?
I think that's what it is. It's like you hear about all this shadiness, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna risk it.
Let me text this back real quick. All D's, man. That's what she said.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we all know where Philly's going. So I mean,
oh, man, let me tell you, whether you mail this bitch in, I could show up to the White House with my ballot, and they're not gonna count it. It's not gonna matter.
It won't count. It won't matter.
It's not gonna matter. Voter fraud. You know what I mean? I'm here. Here's my ID. Me, that's me.
Here, look. The thing is, Philly's gonna go Democrat, right? It don't matter what you vote. It's gonna. I mean, you should still vote, but it's gonna go Democrat. It's not going. You know. So if you so happen to get sick and you can't make it, I'm willing to bet that we are gonna be all good.
We're gonna be Democrat, but then the electoral college of the rest of this shitty.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Republican.
It don't matter.
I mean, I think it does matter, but
I mean, and that's the problem, right? It matters, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It matters, but it doesn't matter.
Well, the point is, what they say. I remember when this cocksucker won, they were like, don't move to Democratic places because you want to be surrounded by Democrats. Move to Republican places if you think you want to swing a vote. You know what I mean? Because that's where we need to win electorals. You need to add Democrats to there because we're just reinforcing what we already know. We got 1 million. It's 1 million to 10 Democrats and Republicans in the city of Philadelphia. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
like the mayors, the Republican mayors, they don't even do a C job of trying to run for mayor. They say it like it's almost to put on their resume.
Yeah.
They ain't winning that joint.
It's almost uncontested.
Yeah, for real. Like they don't even debate it. Which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of local elections go uncontested, though. You know what I mean? Which is whatever.
Oh, that's the biggest problem.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct.
Because we don't know who the heck we're voting for.
Yeah.
They'll be like John Thompson. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't know this guy. You know,
is that the one with the towel? That's the guy with the towel.
The guy with the from Georgetown. I thought he was dead. No, he's alive.
No, he's alive. Let's go. You know what I mean?
And I would literally vote because I know John Thompson is a good coach. Mm-hmm. I don't know none of his policies, but
he sweats like me.
Yeah, Iverson likes him.
Keeps the towel
we have
on
that
deck.
Iverson connection.
Yeah, JK. Yep.
Ain't no, but we just either voting party line. We don't know none of their
politics,
which is and then we get mad.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, my life has it. Those people control.
Yeah. You turn real Puerto Rican right there. Those people control. There was I'll never forget. You know what? But I got to give it to Pat Toomey because his Shady Katie campaign was just excellent.
I forgot about that.
I'll never forget that, man. That Katie McGinty, I would never remember anyone's name more than I'll remember Katie McGinty's name because of that campaign, which was an excellent strategy. I remember thinking, because when that happened, I remember thinking, like, man, this is incredible. And then when Trump came out and started doing the nicknames, I was like, man, he got this shit all from Pat Toomey, because Shady Katie was mad basic, but it worked. You know what I mean? Like, it was just...
Do you think, right, like, let's say you had to run for president, right, or mayor or whatever. Let's say you kind of have your policies down pat. Like, you're not doing anything really out the thing, but you go ahead and get in that debate, right? Don't you ever wonder, you're like, yo, how come they just wouldn't do what I do, right? Like, just like kind of roast, but like, you know,
I mean, isn't
like,
that
just
how Trump won, essentially, roasting?
Yeah, but the thing is, they couldn't get no one that was good, like, to roast him back. Like, they weren't good. Like, Jeb Bush, bendito, man. That dude, did you see his face when he was like...
Over the Jeb, man.
He was like, he said, ¿Qué pasó aquí?
Yeah,
you know, he speaks Spanish. You know, he was like, ¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué es esto? Because there was some characters there, and it was like he looked in the camera, he did the Jim face.
Yeah, he couldn't believe it.
He couldn't believe that he was in that.
Yeah,
like, he's like, what?
I can't believe that.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, of course I could believe it, because we pick people now. We've always picked people on how they look, and you know, they like that. There's studies in that.
Yeah,
you know, like.
Sure. But Obama looks, but
first of all, Obama's the smoothest.
No, I'm
sorry.
I meant Trump. Trump is busted. Like, he's not a good-looking man. Let's keep it. But he was a good-looking man in the 70s. You know, he was an okay-looking man. He was an okay.
You said it. Yeah, I don't think he was a good-looking man at all.
He was okay. I mean, according to the documentaries I watched on Left Swing and Netflix, you know, he was quite the ladies' man back in the 70s. You know what I mean?
Okay, because he was rich.
He was also...
Can we call it a bean?
But he was also tall and skinny.
Can we call it a bean? No, I mean,
blonde hair, blue eyes.
He was
the
rich.
The Anglo-Saxon.
He was rich.
Anglo as fuck. You know what I mean?
He was rich. And that dude was just a regular Joe Schmo. He ain't getting it. They're not calling him Mr. Ladies Man. He was rich.
It really is a shame that that's the epitome of America right now. Is that man? You know what I mean? Because that's one of the most busted presidents we've ever had. Like, if we were ranking presidents on looks.
Well, that's why ugly people try to make, you know.
I mean, pause. You know, it's not that, you know, not whatever, but he is busted.
Barack
was a handsome man, right? He was a good-looking guy.
Yeah, Barack. First of all,
Barack could talk the pants off of anybody.
Barack was the smoothest dude. Barack was the smoothest dude of all the presidents.
Yeah.
You know, he was the smoothest. Now, and granted, look, here's the thing. I don't know a lot about politics, but you know, like George Bush, George W. Like, I feel like he's a good time, you know, like outside the president.
He seems like he
seems like a legit good dude.
He has the funniest relationship with Michelle Obama.
Yeah, they love each other.
Yeah. He doesn't seem like a bad guy.
Have you seen his art?
I have seen some of his art. I haven't seen it all.
Incredible.
Donald Trump is not going to have any relationships like this with anybody.
No. And the thing is, you know, and maybe I'm like a sucker for someone who can do like endearing things, because Bush can do that. Like, he has that humor. You know, he knows how to joke with people. He looks like he can get along with anybody.
Yeah.
But, you know, then people say he was a warmonger. But I think he was, you know, I think what takes the edge off of that is that he was a puppet for Cheney.
Yeah, and I'm convinced that was true. But like,
and so I don't know if that necessarily was really what Bush...
He was there for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And so he did... I think that's kind of where like I say, and I could be completely wrong, and someone's probably going to call me, you know, like a warmonger or whatever. But that's kind of where I stand. I think he's a good dude. You know, Cheney.
Let's say if we take the
Cheney
politics.
fits that. Cheney looked like the devil, and everyone said he was the devil.
Yeah.
That dude didn't smile. he was always grunting. Like he shot somebody, you know,
Yeah, he
hunting,
clapped
and
that
then
motherfucker up on purpose. I don't give a fuck what
and
anybody
he blamed
said.
that dude. That dude said sorry to him.
I'm sorry for getting in your way, Dick. That's what she said.
Yo, and they wore like orange vests.
Yeah.
Like that was, you know, like that's crazy.
Yeah, he said some wild shit to Dick, and Dick did not stand for that.
Yeah.
Dick was not going to stand for that.
George W. He's a straight shooter, man. Like
If you let's take the politics, take the politics out real quick. I want to have a drink with George W.
Yeah, I think he's fine. I like to talk to Obama.
Oh, Obama all night.
Hoop.
Oh,
go
that's
to
really...
LA Fitness. Go to
I want
LA
a full
Fitness.
day. I need a full day with Obama. Pause.
Oh yeah.
Let's go ball. Let's have breakfast. Let's go ball.
Now I'll tell you who's really dropped off the charts. Clinton. I don't think I can chill with Clinton.
I think
he is creepy.
Clinton is liable. You're liable to wake up confused the next morning with Clinton in your bed. I'm gonna be honest. You know what? Wait, Bill, what are you doing here, Bill? Hey, I don't know. I can't do his accent.
Hey. Yeah, it's like he's so out of like
Clinton, you know what I mean? Whatever from Arkansas, you know what I mean? Like who's ever been from Arkansas? Like you know what I mean? It's not quite Kansas. You are Kansas, but not really. You're Arkansas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What about Reagan?
No. Maybe in his heyday when he was acting. You know?
Reagan,
he was so decrepit by the time he was in office. Like my man had more wrinkles than.
No, you know Reagan. You know I would have loved to. That would have been someone I would have.
Neither one of him or George Bush, George H. No, I don't want to talk.
Oh no, George H. No. But the Reagan might have been that guy that you just wanted to like say hi to him, Mr. President. Like be like, oh, that was a pretty cool experience. Like if he'd be like the president that you want to get the tour like of the White House, be like, hey, how you doing, sir?
Yeah, he's gonna say some funny things.
He would have added that real presidential thing.
Yeah.
Here's another president I would like to chill with and do all my community service with. Okay. This guy Carter. Jimmy Carter is.
I was about to say. I mean, I thought we were going back.
Me and him could go to church. We could go to Chick-fil-A. Go to church.
I'm drinking a kombucha with Jimmy.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go build a house for Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah.
That dude, solid. Yo, this guy, he like broke a hip, and then the next day, went and started building houses.
Just a good person.
No lie. All bruised up, all jacked up.
Good person. Let's drink some green tea. We're not gonna have alcohol with him. You know what I mean? We're gonna meditate.
I don't need alcohol with him. I just that's
meditate. Maybe a little leaf. Maybe an edible. He seems like that type of person. You know what I mean? Take the edge off. You don't.
No. We're having a soda pop.
Are you gonna have a pop?
Because I'm pretty. Yeah, we're gonna have a soda in the glass in the glass thing. Clack, nice old ice chest.
Would you?
That's what Jimmy Carter brings.
Would you play a board game with Richard Nixon? I mean, he's gonna cheat, right? He's for sure.
He's gonna cheat. Yeah, Richard Nixon,
and he's gonna get caught. He's not gonna be good at it.
Was a horrendous, of what I understand, was not a good person. Yeah. Right. And
actually, the war on drugs technically starts with Richard Nixon.
Yeah.
And then gets passed off to.
My man was wilding, right? Yeah. But that's someone who you would want. Like, I can't believe, like, he seems like a character. Mm-hmm. Like, you see, like, they make masks of him, with the two fingers. Yeah. Like, what a time to be alive during that time. That had to be crazy.
That persona has robbed more banks than Danny Ocean. You know what I mean? You've been out here robbing banks forever now.
Yo, and they always pick my man's face like that.
Because they ain't not crooks. You know what I mean? I am not. Even though I don't even think he said that. I don't even think he ever said those words. I am not a crook. Did he say those words?
I can't remember, but like, I mean,
that reminds me of like a what's the word? You ever hear of the Mandela effect?
I feel like what would tell me it because I feel like
the Mandela effect is based off of Nelson Mandela's name, but What happened was a bunch of prisoners that were in prison with Nelson Mandela swear that they remember him dying in prison, only to see him alive later and be like mad confused because they were positive he died in prison. So examples of the Mandela effect, and the reason people get real deep with it because they're like, oh, it's different. It's a split in our reality, merging with other realities. And so an example is like Star Wars, Luke, I am your father. That's not the line that's actually said, but we've been perpetuating it all this time. The actual line is, no, I am your father, because Luke is saying, you killed my father. And he responds, no, I am your father.
Oh my gosh, that's true.
Correct. So that's the example of the Mandela effect. We have been to the point that Luke Skywalker, when they asked him to mimic the line, he says, Luke, I am your father. He says the line wrong. But I just think that it's the nature of popular culture to take something without really thinking and running with it. Yeah. And then we start repeating it. There's a bunch of examples, like the Bernstein Bears. It's not actually called the Bernstein Bears. They're the Berenstein Bears.
Yeah.
But we have been calling them the Bernstein Bears forever. Yeah. There's a bunch of different examples like this. So I am not a crook. I wonder if it's an example. I wonder if he actually said that, or if we've just been imagining he said that all this time.
Yeah, either way, there's something, and I don't know if it's sadistic or whatever. Like, I would like to talk to him and be like, yo, like experience like what that dude was like.
So ready. Yeah, it'd be
like I think almost any historical
for sure
person.
Won't catch me slipping if I'm actually thinking you're acting different. Mad, spitting sounds of manic depressing. Going through